Welcome to Movie Queen YouTube channel. Hell Door had opened in China thousands years ago. Due to this, many demons had started to attack in China country. Now these demons were creating havoc in China while victimizing the humans. Now an aristocratic person of China, he hires many demon hunters to keep his family safe. It means those people who could hunt the demons. And many demon hunters were the magicians. Many demon hunters are seen in the palace. But they all were looking so coward because they were thinking this demon may avoid attaching on him in any way. One of the demon hunters named Jade, who is also the leading figure of this movie. She was the only one who was waiting for that demon and willing to fight. But the confusion was this here: if all were fearing demons, why was she only waiting for the demon? This confusion will be solved further in the movie. Now it is seen that she was feeling now that demon is nearly to approach here, she was ready to hunt it. In the meantime, the palace's door opens. She hits her weapon on the door before opening the full door. Now the man targeted by a weapon was not demon, but his name was being told, Tong, who had come here to end the demon like Jade. It means that he may also be called a demon hunter. But he was sassed from Jade for a moment, coming here, because he was badly attacked by her. So he begins to flatter Jade to impress her. But Jade was not interested in his words even slightly. Because she was feeling the presence of demon here and wanted to fight with it. Suddenly, it is noticed that the decorated bells in the palace begin to ring. And the earth is cracked all of sudden. So all demon hunters start struggling to defeat that demon. Seeing this while using their weapons. But that demon lures them in spite of being attracted by their magic. After a time, some bones which belonged to the same demon hunters. These come out of that hole where demon was present. Seeing this, the leader of those demon hunters who had hired them, he was scared. Contrarily, other demon hunters had also fled, witnessing this, who were being chased by the demon, while a standing Tong behind them who was actually a demon hunter, he was observing him instead of running. Who is caught with one demon's tongue, who is looking like a monster. Seeing this, more demon hunters come outside to hunt demon. Noticing them, demon was nearly to kill him after crushing under its giant hand. Those demon hunters had fled like cowards while escaping from it. Now the demon is seen coming towards the city. The ground starts cracking from the direction from which it was crossing. Consequently, it was being felt throughout the city, that earthquake is occurring there. Where natives were running towards a safe place to rescue themselves as being afraid. And that demon had come near crowd of the people, collapsing all buildings. And the demon hunters had reached a city's bridge for their final attack. Now that demon appears from the water through their magic attack. It had revealed after its appearance from the water that Tom, which had been engulfed by that demon, he was still not dead. Because he was being seen, sitting in the back of the demon. And it was trying to hold sway over the demon. so it may not create the chaos further. While that demon victimizes the demon hunter's leader, coming out. It is seen later that demon was eating all people coming his way while damaging all things. Meanwhile, it also pushes Tong down, sitting on its back. Now, Jade enters here, who was going to attack the demon with her poisonous arrow. In the meantime, that demon was also eating the people, shouting aggressively, as that demon starts to eat a man. Then it is seen that Tong proceeds to rescue that victim. As Tong jumps to rescue that man, then Jade's fired arrow targets Tong instead of hitting demon. Due to this, he had fallen down on the ground, where another lady had slapped him, taking him as a wicked man. Contrarily, those girls were going to make their second attack on that demon. As they attack its eye, then demon eventually becomes the victim. Now, Jade marks its back, coming on this. Tong protects Jade from that demon's poisonous blood, jumping and pushing her down. As it was observed, as its blood had splashed on the face of another man, then his face had started to burn. It means that his blood was so poisonous. Jade slaps Tong in spite of thanking him. And Jade pulls that demon's spine, coming on its back again. After this, Tom reads some magical words, going near that demon. And he turns that demon's dead body into ash. In the next scene, Jade is seen extracting a liquid from the spine of demon. Because she wanted to make another reincarnation liquid for her friend. It means that she wanted to make such a liquid through which she can resurrect her friend, so she may meet him again. Jade's real-life history had exposed here, where it had revealed that Jade was the goddess of a heaven. 3 was a specific tree under her supervision, which was popular with the name, Tree of Mortality. Jade had to gather its fruits. Now, Jade is seen meeting BuTong in the heaven. It had revealed here that BuTong is that friend of Jade, whom she has lost, and she again wants to gain him. It is seen here as they both close to each other, then that tree's fruits had started to fall, which used to ripen at once within 3,000 years. God's long life duration used to increase after eating them. When BuTong and Jade had realized this, it was too late. Because many fruits had wasted there. And all gods had arrived there who were enraged on these gods. Now the Queen of Gods decides to punish both of them because of being careless. Giving Tong a specific medicine. She had sent Tong into the world while removing all his memory and making him a human. So this was perhaps the cause that he had not recognized Jade on the time of her coming before him. While Jade had forbidden to take this medicine here through which she could forget her friend, because she did not want to forget Tong. So she herself jumps from the heaven. Now there was on her a queen's curse that she could never recognize Tong. And she will have to remind everything to Tong, searching him on earth. Now she was finding a way to search out of his friend after the struggle of many years. Due to this, a giant demon spine was required. That she had got after killing this demon. But there was still one missing thing in her magic, which was an eye of cyclops. Cyclops are actually one-eyed creature. After this, Tong is shown here, who was in the forest and a caravan was passing before him. And most charming girls are seen in the carriage who were demons in reality. Tong had recognized them with his first sight. While those demons had also known that Tong is not an ordinary man. He is rather most powerful man. because those demons were witnessing a golden light in his surroundings. And a green-dressed demon recognizes Tong, seeing him here. And she remembers here that Tong is her protector. It means that Tong had rescued her at once. And it is known about the past history of Tong that he was dragon after the expulsion from the heaven. He had victimized the demons. And he had also imprisoned an evil creature under the sculpture of Buddhist. It is seen here that creature's baby had also come from the mouth of that creature. Tong had also witnessed this, but he had left that baby alive far from this place instead of killing. That demon was looking a tiny snake. It had revealed here that the girl of green dress is actually that snake demon, who was very excited, seeing Tong after many years. And she had felt here that her life is Tong's given. And she is owed of Tong. Then those three demons are seen in the palace, where their father, who is Demon Lord, was showing aggressiveness on three of them. Because his plan had spoiled. And it had exposed their plan, which was to kill the king. After this, he could enslave the whole humanity. But a mysterious power had put him away from the king here. So they had not got chance to kill the king, and their plan had flopped. Now Demon Lord was thinking to alter his plan, in which a human girl was required, to whom no power may recognize her in the surrounding of the king. And she may carry out his order. Hearing him, these charming girls are seen in their actual demon form here, where one demon girl had transformed into a spider. It means that she was spider demon, while other one had transformed into a dog. And they were victimizing the kids, so they may have a long life. In the next scene, Tong is again observed, who wanted to become a monk. It means the member of the religious community. For this cause, he had to shave his head. Whenever he wanted to do this, his hair used to stiffen like the iron. Now Tong's masters were trying to cut his hair, taking an axe. His hair are not cut, but that axe is damaged. Tong had saddened here because he had a wish to become a monk after coming into the world. Now he was worried. Why could he not do as such? And one of the masters of Tong says to him, "It may also happen that God may be enraged from you in your previous life. This is the cause that they are not allowing you to be a monk." Hearing this, he asks them, "What should I do now?" And they say to him, "You should ask forgiveness from God," moving into a temple. As he enters the temple to ask forgiveness from the god, then the Buddhist sculptures turn their face to the opposite sides. He had confirmed through this that gods are in full rage from him. It means that he had committed something in his life which was devilish. But he was still unknown for this, what he had done till today. Because he had never committed any evil doing till now. So he moves to the goddess of mercy now. And he says to her after praying her, "Tell me what is my fault." Only Goddess of Mercy replies his question among all gods. She says to him, "You will have to kill a cyclops to know about your past history. Before this he may understand the words of Goddess of Mercy." Meanwhile, the Buddhists enter the temple, who had become so worried, witnessing the turning position of the Buddhist sculptures. Now they wanted to harm that man who had enraged their gods. As they know that it has been done by Tong, then they begin to beat him while capturing. In the meantime, An aristocratic lady enters there. And it is revealed on her entry that all monks who had visited here, they had come here on her command because she had to make a worship here. But she becomes so furious because of her delaying assigned task. And she commands all her soldiers to kill all monks. Tong's masters move ahead to stop them. But a soldier attacks his head, which causes a bitter pain for him. Shockingly, a mysterious golden light had started to emit from his head now. After this, clouds had cast in the sky and the thunderstorm began. Then it is seen that a bright light moves into his head's direction from the sky. And that monk is transformed into a giant monster. He throws all soldiers away after beating. While Tong was so excited, seeing him, because his leaders were seeming to him so powerful. Then Old Man tells Tong here that he is not monk in reality. He is rather a friend of Tong, came from the heaven. He cannot see Tong in more miserable state, so he had come to help and bring him back to heaven. But Tong was not understanding a single word of that man here. So that monster places his hand on his head and shows him his past, where he is one of the gods of heaven, where Queen of God had expelled him to earth after cursing him. He had also this curse that he cannot recognize the faces of his friends. Seeing this, when Tong turns his face, then his friend had also transformed into a human face. Now he tells Tong that you will have to kill a cyclops soon, as it had been advised by Goddess of Mercy. In this way, your curse will be over. After this, you will be able to see the real face of your friend. On the other side, Demon Lord is seen, who was keeping an eye of Tong, who had been imprisoned by Tong under this Buddhist sculpture for many years, but she could not violate his command before him, so she agrees, but he was feeling regret to harm her protector. Now Soldier's troop is seen in the next scene, which was being led by a female warrior named Angry Mistark. It is revealed as she approaches in a restaurant to take meal. This restaurant belongs to Tong. He had started a new restaurant here, so his workers were not expert in cooking, so Angry Mistark had flown into rage, so she scares Tong, transforming herself into a hawk, because she needed meal at any cost. As she is turned into her real form of a girl, then a green liquid falls on her face. As she casts her glance at the ceiling, there was big hole in that ceiling from which she was witnessing a giant eye. With the close-up in the movie, it had revealed that it is a giant cyclops, which is also being searched by Jade, about which it had also been said by the Goddess of Mercy, Tong will know everything about his past if he kills it. It is observed here that Cyclope was victimizing all soldiers while capturing them mercilessly. And he was also bringing the destruction in the village. Now it is seen that Jade had also come here to catch it, while Angry Mistark was going to attack its eye to protect from it. Because Jade needed Cyclops' eye, so she attacks Angry Mistark's arrow to move its direction, so that Cyclops' eye may remain safe. Consequently, that Cyclops had caught that Angry Mistark. But that girl had also not accepted her defeat, and she had attacked in its giant mount with her sword, so that Cyclops' power had reduced because of the suffering bitter pain. So all standing people at the downside had got a chance to attack that Cyclops. Bearing this at that cyclop throws angry mistark far away. But Tong instantly rescues that girl. As Jade attacks the head of that cyclop, then cyclop gets angry and he catches Tong from downside. Tong uses his mysterious hair which used to change into iron. Now it is seen that they all people were running while escaping from that cyclop. Then Jade makes a plan. Those people thinks, noticing the hair of Tong, why do we not attack that cyclop? Using Tong's hair, now they kill the cyclop with the help of Tong. Now, Tong had killed that cyclop according to the saying of Goddess of Mercy. On the other side, it is seen that Jade had grabbed the eye of the cyclop. Now she reaches with her companion to a laboratory. As she pours that eye into her apparatus, then a projection of motion pictures is started. It is exposed to her that Tong is the same person who is being searched for many years by her. It is also seen here that Tong had also come into that laboratory. And Tong had also become so sentimental, witnessing this. At last, they both had united. Then Demon Lord is seen here, who always wanted to take the revenge from Tong. It had already also been observed that he wanted to carry out his evil plan through Jade, in which he was wishing to enslave the whole humanity. There were also his daughters. Before this, Demon Lord attacks Jade, Tong rescues her. On the other side, angry Mistark begins fighting with the spider demon to help them, where that spider demon was attacking with her spider, while angry Mistark was attacking her using her sword like a bat. Meanwhile, she also ends one of the demons. Contrarily, Tong is seen who was still fighting with the Demon Lord. Now that Demon Lord was so powerful, so he comes out, defeating Tong and Jade, where angry Mistark was present. Seeing her, he had got very angry, because she had killed one of his daughters. Seeing this, that girl attacks Demon Lord with her sword. But Demon Lord makes a counterattack, stopping all his sword attacks. Due to this, she is died there. And Tong is seen here, which had been brought out from there while attacking by the spider demon. And the Demon Lord had come here to take his revenge. As he was going to kill him, then Jade comes to save him. And she requests a lot to the Demon Lord that he may leave her friend. But he was not going to do as such. Then he says to her that, okay, I will spare his life, but you will have to do me a favor. Jade had found her friend after a long time, so she was ready to do anything for him. And she accepts all demands of the Demon Lord. Now Snake Demon pours a parasite into her on the commandment of the Demon Lord. Now, Jade had become the poisonous, and she had to infect King with this. In this way, that king might die and the Demon Lord could rule all over the world. In the next scene, Jade is seen in the palace of that king. On the other side, Tong is seen who was nearly to die. At the same time, Snake Demon arrives there, and she transfers the spiritual energy into Tong's mouth, emitting from her body. As a result, he may be recovered properly. She had done as such because Tong had once saved her life. And she also reveals the location of Jade to Tong. Where is she? What she is doing now? Now this temple where the Tong was present at this time. He listens. Going near it, that he had given back his god's power to kill the cyclop. Now he will have to rescue his friend, moving there. On the other side, Jade is seen who was going to pour the poison into King's mouth. She changes her plane and exposes all truth while holding that poison. Demon Lord was seeing every action and he had got much furious on Jade. Due to this, he had started to beat the drum loudly, so the parasite present in the body of Jade was harming her body. With it, Spider Demon had also approached here to kill the king. Many soldiers had arrived here to kill her here, but she kills all the soldiers with the help of her webs. Seeing this, the whole army had come ahead to kill that spider demon. Now the demon lord had come here for the ease of his daughter, who had turned the entire army into ash with his first attack. On the other side, Spider Demon had also attacked the king with her webs. Before this, she may kill the king, then Tong appears there, and he attacks her, gathering all the webs of Spider Demon, and he ends her while dismembering. Now Tong's friend had again transformed into a monster to fight with the demon lord. In spite of this, he was nothing before the demon lord. So demon lord falls him back while attacking him, and Tong is seen here, who had recovered Jade soon with his power, moving to her. Then he had come outside, taking her where his friend was fighting with the demon lord. Demon was defeating him again and again easily there. And that time had also come when Demon Lord had thrown him away while picking that monster up. Due to this, he had turned into his human form. But that old man Tong's friend does not accept his defeat yet. And he again stands to attack Demon Lord while Jade is seen at the same place, who proceeds to attack the Demon Lord. Demon Lord pushes her away with his one kick because she had not even a little energy in her. So she receives a severe injury. Tong's friend had again attacked the Demon Lord here, but Demon Lord had thrown him away after defeating him. Now he had lost his breaths on Demon Lord's attack. But Tong's friend was not only died here, but Tong's friend had also harmed Demon Lord badly. So his wounds were bleeding excessively, and he was nearly to die. Now he asks the spiritual power from her daughter Snake Demon, which she had already transferred to Tong. It is also seen here that Jade had also died in the hands of Tong. So he had become so dejected. But he had regained his god power because of her death. Now Demon Lord had also come into his real form, who was nearly to die. Now the snake demon had understood this. Seeing him as he is going to eat her, Demon Lord wanted power at any cost, and he does the same in any circumstances. He fills the requirement of his energy after eating his daughter. Now that Demon Lord Dragon moves to Tong, who had transformed into a golden god. He brings out many of the soldiers like him, using his magic. And he makes them attack that dragon. Now, Tong is also transformed into same dragon like him while bringing any soldiers from himself. And he fights with him here. But that red dragon here attacks Tong. Due to this, he was severely wounded there, but he had still not lost his courage. Now he had turned all coming soldiers from his body into a human being. At last, he had beat that dragon while punching him violently. Then he moves to Jade, after killing that dragon which had turned into ash. Seeing him, he had become so dejected. Now there comes the goddess of mercy here, who was telling him that heaven is awaiting for you. Now you can move to heaven. But Tong rejects to go to heaven. And he says to her that it is my curse that I am living without my friend. Hearing this, goddess of mercy accompanies his friend with him, turning Jade's soul into a bird. After this, Tong is seen with the soul of Jade in the heaven. And the movie completes on this scene.